Benefactor is one of those tricky words that sometimes leave people puzzled. Some individuals have benefactor who helps them, while others can't seem to find a benefactor to come save them. This appears to be a matter of luck or individual situations. But if even luck can be created, what can be done to make it easier to have benefactor? In this issue, I will tell you 2 questions related to benefactor. First, there are ways to meet benefactor. Second, asking for help is an important action that demonstrates your self-worth and value. First of all, there are a lot of ways to meet benefactors. We can think together and see if you predicted the following 2 questions with confidence. The first question, will you often come across benefactors in the future? The second question, what is the basis for your judgment? Don't worry, I know these questions are too tricky, and you can't figure it out and explain it clearly. My mother often said that she met more benefactors in her life, at least more than my father. In fact, it is. She has her own set of principles when it comes to encountering benefactors. She said that she must be a benefactor first, in order to meet benefactor, or even more benefactors. From your social interaction and what you've been taught from your mother, you're able to judge yourself based on whether or not you're an outstanding or not. The simpler the truth, the more eternal. Unfortunately, these simple truths are often ignored by society. However, many people have never paid attention to them, and the reason for not paying attention to them is that they never thought that they need to predict the future. Along the way, I have also met a lot of benefactors, even more than my mother. So, my mother taught me principles of life which have remained with me, and I'm constantly adding to them and revising them. The following are 12 principles for encountering benefactor. They are: 1. Optimistic people are more likely to be benefactor of others. 2. The benefactors are more likely to meet the benefactors. 3. The individuals who are able to find solutions and help others are the ones who will meet real benefactors. 4. Fair people, worthy of respect, easier to get help. 5. People who are willing to share are more likely to get help. 6. People who do not burden others are more likely to get help. 7. People who are not ashamed to ask for help are more likely to get help. 8. When asking for help, you should not only use money in return, nor should you receive money in return when you help others. 9. Benefactors are not necessarily standout individuals. Standout individuals typically take care of themselves. Benefactors are different. Many of them value harmony, and they know it better than saying one is as precious as others. 10. Many times, people's success comes from a large number of people wanting to see them succeed. On the other hand, if there are a large number of people who don't want to see someone succeed, then it is really difficult for them to get ahead. 11. People who are doing the right thing are more likely to get help from benefactors. 12. People who live in the future are more likely to meet benefactors, because others can see the future in him. The above are the principles that I have added and revised to meet benefactors, and you are welcome to continue to add them. This is not a hard theory to meet beneficiaries, but if you really understand the trick, God will testify that you will be able to meet all kinds of benefactors in the future, and you will continue to have all kinds of such unexpected luck. Although it is uncertain whether it will be tomorrow or next year, or within 3 to 5 years, you will definitely experience it. But generally speaking, most people can't wait 3 or 5 months. A lot of people just don't have the ability to think long-term, patiently verify, and carefully summarize and refine ideas. Additionally, behind this, there is a profound truth that deserves to be said separately. Asking for help is a hidden and meaningful transaction, and it's the art of correctly displaying self-worth. When people view asking for help as a low-key, servile act and mistakenly believe that asking for help is like begging, that's not what it's really like. Most people just have to break down their cultural assumptions in order to see how helpful asking for help really is. If your brain interprets asking for help as this, you are essentially interpreting yourself as a beggar. No matter in the past, present, or future, you probably won't get any good results. In fact, asking for help is a transaction, not only that, but a hidden, meaningful transaction. The reason why the benefactor is willing to help you is because he has seen your value. Either your value can help him establish his own value, or this value allows him to see a certain possibility in the future. Therefore, if you have been a benefactor yourself, you must have understood this truth a long time ago. In fact, the moment you help out, you have already received a natural return, which is probably what you are willing to help. We live in a world that is more and more like a completely big market. With each of us living in value exchanges and value clusters, many people do two very important things for themselves: store value, and visit places with high interpersonal value to connect in person. This is actually everyone's instinct. Looking at it from this angle, asking for help is not the art of flattering at all, but the art of correctly displaying self-worth. Going a step further, think about it carefully. How can you turn yourself into an individual who can attract benefactor? Or let's put it another way, this is not just a question of being good at asking for help, but even a question of how to automatically attract all kinds of help, which is the root of the road to financial freedom. In addition, this content article was published by me at the end of August last year. At that time, I also made a small demonstration of help and issued a long-term help to all users. Thank you very much for your help. In 1 year, I have led you to re-understand a lot of concepts. This process will not be easy, but after going through it, your world will definitely change a lot, and it will feel like rebirth. But I still feel that the road to financial freedom should be more influential, and it should be a chance to do great things. In fact, what I know is that although the truth I am talking about is correct, it is actually very difficult to spread, because most of the really useful truths in this world are either too simple to be believed, so you don't take it seriously at all. This is the fundamental reason why the spread of knowledge is so much easier than the spread of rumors. Well, today I told you 2 questions related to benefactor. First, there are ways to meet benefactors. I have summarized 12 principles for you. Second, asking for help is a hidden and meaningful transaction, the art of correctly demonstrating self-worth. I hope you can automatically attract benefactors to help you and find the root of the road to wealth and freedom. Think and act. 1. Do you think the principles mentioned in the video that will make you meet benefactors frequently in the future make sense? Or have you already experienced its magic? 2. Are there any principles you can add? Have you ever met a benefactor yourself? Why can that person be called a benefactor? What would it be like if you hadn't met him? Have you ever been treated like a benefactor by others? Do you know why? If you found this video helpful, make sure to give it a thumb up and share with your friend. Thank you for watching.